Okay, I should be live. I always wait until I can see myself to be sure. Now we're definitely live if we weren't already, and we probably were. Hi, everybody. Hi, Moonbeam. Hi, Random Squad Gaming. When I heard these were the final 2 Red Dwarf episodes, I knew I had to at least appear for them. Yeah, that's awesome. Hi, Sticks. Has the stream started? Well, it started now. Dina tears. Time to summon Captain Dina. Let our powers combine Earth. What? Yeah, I started a tiny bit late. I had something come up at the last minute that I had to deal with. I was trying to close the blinds because the light behind me causes me to look dark on camera for some reason, and the stupid little thing broke off, and I had to try to... Anyway, had trouble closing the blinds, is the short version. Some gaming as well. How about a game of Junior Angler? All the thrills and spills of flywater fishing from your own living room. Wow. Hi, Special Iron. Earth, wind, fire, water. Does that mean my special power is fart? Oh my god. Light is your friend. I mean, I like having the blinds open most of the time, but I don't know when this started happening. It feels like it didn't happen previously, but if the blinds are open, they cast all this light behind me, and it makes me appear darker on camera, so I have to close them when I stream, which I don't like doing that, but I'll put my hair up because it's already bothering me. Oh, hi, Wolfman98. I don't think I've seen you on here before, or I don't remember at least. Okay, I'll get started in just a minute. My hands are kind of full. Okay, I think I'll just go ahead and get started. We've only got like an hour's worth of video to watch here, but you know, chat always slows things down, so this will probably take 2 hours right here. I think it's sad that we exclude Guess Whose Body is sticking through the hole in the curtain. I thought she was saying body for the longest time until somebody in the mentioned it in the comments. Body as in body part. Been trying to catch you live. I just miss you all the time. Hi, Pajama Critic. Thanks to British summertime, I can go to D&D and still be here for the start of Dina. I like that pic of your cats that I saw on Twitter, by the way. Oh, yeah, I took that last year? I don't know. I had just cleaned the floor, and I happened to catch them like laying on the floor in almost the same pose, and I thought they looked super cute, so... Okay. Oh, hi, Artie. The stream didn't start without a refresh? Interesting. All right, let's watch Promised Land. Oh, what am I drinking? It's just lemon tea flavored Crystal Light. It's got caffeine in it. That was interesting timing.
This is Dina. Welcome to an unusual way for me to handle Red Dwarf.
God, my hair looks awful. I was like... I hadn't been able to... It was still during... I think I recorded this during lockdown, and I was cutting my own hair, and yeah, it was at a point where it wasn't looking so good. Hi, Tiresias.
Yeah, normally these videos are just me talking over footage where the cat gets special treatment and his videos are handled more like mini film dens. Well, this video is going to be kind of a hybrid. I think the reason for that will become clear later. Last time I did a regular Red Dwarf video, I wasn't sure if there was going to be any more Red Dwarf. The internet was talking about season 13 being in the planning stages, but we didn't hear any more about it for months, so I honestly wasn't sure. By the time I finished the cat videos for the last seasons, the news had gotten a lot more specific. Now it was a 3-part special, and as much as I tried to dodge spoilers, it was pretty hard not to find out that we were finally going to catch up with the cat race. But did we actually get that cat episode that's been teased twice before? Well, let's dive into the promised land and find out. We open on a recap of what we learned way back in season
Cooking
1,
time.
that Lister had smuggled a cat onto Red Dwarf and was sentenced to 18 months in stasis, during which time there was a radiation leak that killed the rest of the crew. During Lister's time in stasis, cats bred and evolved into humanoid life forms. Only now are we finally catching up with them.
This visual.
That ship formation is the best thing ever. That cat face is like, the hell am I doing here? This is Rodon, leader of the feral cats. Yeah, so much for cats not having names. To be fair, they would have an identity within anyway.
My feral king, I implore you, I will tell you everything.
So the cats are divided into 2 groups, like...
I never talked about how much I love that guy. He was really funny. I don't know why I didn't really talk about him, but yeah, I liked him.
Talked about in Waiting for God, only instead of red hats and blue hats, there are the feral cats and the other group who worships Cloister. Notice that all of them are dressed like an earlier version of Lister, down to the cigarette in the ear. Actually, come to think of it, one of the groups mentioned in Waiting for God flew into an asteroid and killed themselves. So these are 2 new groups that split off from the surviving one. I wonder which one of them ran into the hollow ship.
Phyllis sapiens, bred from the domestic house cat and about half as smart.
Anyway, Rodon is interrogating one of the rebels.
Why did you betray me?
Oh, yeah, in fairness, it was a bad decision.
Enter.
In fairness, it was a bad decision.
Yeah, cat door. That's cute. Anyway, this is Count Ludo, who has a message.
We have arrested more rebels who have been spreading the teachings of the Holy One.
It's kind of neat that these pictures are based on the ones we saw in Waiting for God, only the Cloister in this book looks a lot more like Lister.
Bring these insurgents to me. Let me gaze upon their ugliness.
Yeah, that cat door gag is never gonna get old.
Yeah, it's so
There is
silly.
no other god but me.
It's only if we embrace the teachings of Cloister that we will learn there are greater treasures looking out within it.
So
Hey,
the 3
Taijan.
rebels are sentenced to be hanged in the marketplace. But the guards are distracted with a laser pointer. God damn it.
It's so silly.
We'll escape and one day return to free our people.
And the rebels escape in a shuttle where they set a course for Red Dwarf. Meanwhile, on Red Dwarf...
You do the talking.
Oh my god, shut up about the song for 2 seconds.
What happened with that?
I really don't get the constant drudging up of that reference in season 12.
Sir, may I be frank? For some time now, I've been growing rather concerned about you.
Anyway, Lister has become a depressed hoarder who is drinking a lot.
Slightly more than your usual half a brewery a day.
More than usual. Not to mention eating a lot of junk food.
Sort of the odd ice cream waffle sandwich, some cheesy fries, and a beer milkshake.
Wow, beer milkshake, that's another throwback.
Followed by a main course. Not always a main course. Sometimes I'm too drunk.
No one is blaming you, sir. The future of the human race is entirely in your hands? Lower, danglier.
So, Crichton has an idea of what to do about that pesky little issue of Lister being the last human alive.
But with the Meditech we salvaged from the Delta 7, what I'm about to suggest is quite possible. What if you had a sex change operation? Let me finish.
Hoo boy. I don't know if any trans people were offended by this, but Crichton could have at least called it by its proper name, gender reassignment surgery. Nobody says sex change anymore unless they're talking about what the dinosaurs did in Jurassic Park.
Mr. Lister and yourself.
I got a lot of hate from right-wing nuts over that. And I worded that really carefully. I said, I don't know if any trans people are offended by that. And I don't know if it's something they would be offended by. It's just something I brought up because it just rubbed me the wrong way a little bit. I guess I thought it was not outright transphobic, but I thought it was maybe a little bit insensitive. I don't know. As far as like actual trans people, I think I only heard from like 2 of them who are just kind of like, eh. I think one of them did think it was offensive. And like one or two others were like, eh. And then fucking right-wing nuts were all pissed off. Because I had the audacity to, you know, consider other people's feelings, I guess. It's still okay to know. Hi, Peter. Anyway, let me unpause this again.
Could then do the necessary, let me finish, and produce a child together.
I was also going to point out that Lister and Kat being able to mate with each other and produce offspring doesn't make sense for a couple of biological reasons, but there is an upcoming revelation that might explain Crichton being stupid and insensitive.
Have you been drying your head in the tumble dryer again?
With the Meditech making you...
Oh, one thing some people pointed out was like, you know, he's talking about an actual sex change because it has to do with them being able to like mate with each other. And the thing is, what Crichton doesn't explain how that would work. With the way he's describing it sounds like bottom surgery. I don't know. I probably was just overthinking it. I can admit that I was probably just overthinking it. But I don't know. I just thought it sounded a little bit off, so I thought I would say something about it. That's all that was.
A woman is a relatively straightforward procedure, sir, involving just a few snips and a bit of folding. And with my long history with sheets, you know how good I am at folding.
Lister tells Crichton this is impossible, but not for any of those reasons, because, well...
I'd never be able to get the plane off the runway, if you get me drift.
Though this does start a debate about which of them would make the hotter woman, which is funny if you can put aside how this conversation started.
But if I was a woman, you wouldn't be in no plane. You'd be on Apollo 13, baby.
I'd make a better woman than you. I'm more empathetic, intuitive. I'm nicer.
Have you never seen my legs? The greatest originals on my mirror.
It's the brain. And what with me having one, that puts you at a huge disadvantage, guy.
Thank God Rimmer comes and interrupts this.
Honestly, the bit with Kat and Lister arguing about who would make the better woman, that bit is kind of funny, like, you know, in a bubble. At the end of the day, it's all rule of funny anyway. Oh, I know.
Crichton's acting a little weird, and I'm just noticing that he looks rusty and kind of banged up.
I'm following you, sir, as requested, sir.
I guess he just hasn't been serviced in a while. So I guess that could explain his bright idea a few minutes ago. So Rimmer has Crichton look at the scanners, and he comes to the conclusion that something is approaching that's either a ship or a missile.
Which will allow me to carry out some tests, sir.
Oh, I have a subscriber. I don't know if you're watching right now, but thank you, Craig, if you are.
If it doesn't, I think we can presume it's a ship. It's a ship.
We all know it would be Cat, yup.
It's giving off some kind of transmission, but it's extremely faint. Any suggestions?
But have you considered turning up the volume?
No one likes a smart Alex, Crichton.
It's smart Alec, sir. The phrase is based on the exploits of Alec Hogue.
That's as maybe. We still can't understand this message, though, can we, Mr. Smarmy Pants?
The phrase is, in fact, Smarty Pants, sir.
Oh, Crichton's now acting like a YouTube commenter. Anyway, it turns out that they have a distress call.
Actually, sir.
Now where it's time to enjoy the home comforts, not board derelict ships and have to flee from giant genetically engineered man-eating cheese.
That was oddly specific. Does Rimmer know something we don't? Anyway, Crichton points out that Lister won't be okay with them not answering the distress call. So Rimmer tells him to erase his memory of everything about the distress call.
Did you do it?
Did I do what, sir?
Did you erase the SOS distress call from your memory?
We've received an SOS distress call.
Erase all memory of me asking you to erase all memory of the SOS distress call from your memory. That's another order.
Yes, sir.
Have you?
Have I what? You mean, have I fixed the distortion? Why would I be fixing the distortion? I think we've received an SOS distress call.
Oh, God, Rimmer, it's not like this is the first time you've ever had him erase his memory. See, it's pretty simple.
Erasing distortion order, sir.
What's the last thing you remember?
You want me to follow you, sir? How did I get here? We were in the corridor. I knew I needed a service.
So anyway, Lister and Cat catch up with them. Lister has
That's a
found
silly
something.
gag.
Holly's spare disc.
Holly had a spare disc? Well, where is it? Let's get it installed.
Big ship needs a big disc, I guess.
But where's it gonna go? We're looking for a slot bigger than the Incredible Hulk's butt crack.
I always wondered what this was for.
Not to mention a big slot to put it in. I love these technology gags. Though I think the printer gag from Officer Rimmer is still my favorite.
I don't know, this one's pretty good too.
Check out the big label with the big writing on it.
Holly backup disc.
And the 56K modem sound. And here's Holly.
My name is Holly.
Holly, it's us. You're back, dude.
I am Red Dwarf's computer.
Though he has no memory.
The neighbors are being loud.
He's returned to factory settings. He doesn't know who we are.
I am First Technician Arnold J. Rimmer, BSc, SSC.
Oh wow, BSc, SSC.
Wow.
It's been a while since that came up.
What's that? Bronze swimming certificate and silver swimming certificate? He's a total lunatic.
This is Crichton, an unimportant sanitation droid. Cat, a feli sapien. And Lister, a human, or so he maintains.
Naturally, there's no mention of Crichton or Cat in Holly's database, so Lister explains where they came from.
Cat descended from domestic house cats, and we found Crichton on this crash ship, the Nova 5.
He was looking after 3 skeletons. Totally unhinged.
But now I'm on Red Dwarf, fitting right in.
It turns out that Holly had a function that they didn't know about.
I'm also tasked with appraising Red Dwarf's worth to the Jupiter Miner Corporation and decommissioning it if it serves no useful purpose.
Oh, God.
Yeah, maybe bringing Holly back wasn't the best idea.
Looking through the records, crewman Lister, I see you smuggled an unquarantined cat on board. As a result, you have forfeited all your crew privileges, including your rights of residency on Red Dwarf. I will therefore decommission the ship. As part of this process, the ship's nuclear reactors will be dumped in the nearest black hole, along with the ship's hologram.
He's starting to win me around.
Geez, they weren't that much worse off with Pre.
JMC policy dictates the ship should dispose of itself by flying straight into the nearest sun.
I will begin the deactivation process. Due to the complexity of this operation, it will take 7 days.
So anyway, the 4 of them have a week to fix any issues on the ship. So they go...
It's kind of interesting because I haven't seen this episode or episodes as much as I've seen all the previous ones. So some of what happens here is kind of new to me because I've forgotten about a lot of it.
Went to the airlock to talk about Holly because he's not supposed to be able to hear them in there.
Like Cat's little bow.
Yeah, I think we all saw that coming. Also, this is a 2001 reference.
We're gonna have to shut him down.
Electromagnetic pulse weapon?
Crichton's working on the EMP right now in the mineral ore storage bay. Set to go off at noon. Gives us 60 seconds.
Just for the record, I heard every word you said.
Meanwhile, Crichton is detonating a meteorite which will take out the ship's grid. Or not.
Tonight's the night. Tonight, Crichton. You said 12 a.m., sir.
Yeah, it turns out that Lister got confused about whether noon was 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. That's great. I think everyone makes that mistake once in a while, but only Lister would do it at a time like this.
Your 7-day leaving period has been reduced to 7 minutes.
So now the plan is to leave on Starbug and find a new ship.
Right, we haven't passed a ship in yonks.
Which brings us back to the ship
Yonks.
that Rimmer found, but erased from Crichton's memory.
If we fire up the burners, we can catch that ship in a couple of days.
12 a.m. is noon for vampires.
Huh. After that one scene in Lemons, I was under the impression that Cat couldn't grow facial hair. I guess he found a way to shave there. I don't believe for a second that he didn't have spare clothes on Starbug, though.
If we fire up the burners on Starbug, we can catch that ship in a couple of days.
Always good to hear Rimmer's Lister impression.
The thing about space is, don't say it's big.
It is big.
Hi,
It's
Anti-Meta.
also black, according to the other Holly.
The thing about a black hole is it's black. And the thing about space, the colour of space, is it's black. So you're supposed to see them.
94 billion
that
light
line.
years in diameter, in fact.
Sometimes I can't find stuff in our fridge, and that's only 3 feet in diameter.
So they find a ship called the Iron Star, which was built several hundred years after Red Dwarf, so it should be technologically superior. So why is Rimmer still on Starbug? Well, here comes a Space Corps directive.
Space Corps Directive 76239.
Extreme caution should be taken on the Naturist deck when peeling carrots.
Derelict ships have to be made safe before the senior officer ventures on board.
So they get to the ship's hologram projection suite, and sure enough, it's way more advanced than the one on Red Dwarf.
A form of quantum energy known as diamond light It enables holograms to have unimaginable powers.
Right.
Here comes Rimmer.
Well, according to the notes, it gives holograms the ability to manipulate light in all its
Hi,
forms.
Digital Indra.
Crichton wants to test it out first, but Rimmer wants to try it on himself immediately because of course he does.
I'll take my chances now, thank you so much.
What's the worst that can happen?
Hi,
I'm
Adam.
making the list. I'm up to 10 already. Make that 11.
So Rimmer's light bead goes through the gears, as Crichton
love
calls
it.
it, and we get to see all his old uniforms again. I still love Captain Emerald. Though I think the one he got in Season 6 might be the most flattering, even if Chris Berry didn't agree. And then... Super Rimmer? Actually, he looks a little like Crichton.
You've upgraded to Diamond Light. How do you feel?
Incredible.
Though he's talking a little like Ace again.
I wonder.
I can change objects into light and transfer them back to their solid state again.
Neat, he can even turn into a ball of light and fly around.
I'm a superhero.
The light of
I need a
shoes.
name.
I already gave you one, Super Rimmer.
The Mighty Light. I've never felt so powerful, so utterly amazed.
More like shitey Sprite.
Okay, so the power surge fried Rimmer's light bead, and now it can't hold a charge. So he has to be plugged in.
Without being plugged in, you have just a few minutes of charge time
Hi,
left.
Isaiah.
And once your charge is spent, it's almost certain you'll shut down permanently. Though I'm not getting my hopes up.
Only Rimmer would become extremely powerful for like 2 seconds and then suddenly lose all of that power along with a lot of what he had before then. So of course he blames it on Crichton.
You are on report.
Oh wow, we haven't seen anyone be put on report in a while.
You're on
And I think
report,
it's always
Mulatto.
been Lister.
Offense. Listening to me.
Come to think of it, this really feels like a callback to the pilot.
Offense. Obstructing a superior technician by humming, clicking, and being quiet.
And now Rimmer needs to use extension cords to move around the ship, and that's hilarious.
Extension cords.
Anyway, they end up running right into the rebels. Gotta love this backlighting on Lister.
He has come back, as predicted by the Book of Smeg.
Yeah, the cat Bible is called the Book of Smeg.
Book
I love
of
how that's what
Smeg.
Lister would have called it. Okay, I had 3 cats for a while. These 3 are named Sol, Luna, and Peanut. If her name was Tara, I would have lost my shit. Anyway, apparently Peanut wasn't able to speak until just now.
Do you think I'm some kind of god?
We don't think, Holy Papadom, we know.
Holy Papadom.
Ever since I was a child, I've had 3 meals of vindaloo a day, as the sacred writing said we must.
Oof, that's a lot of vindaloo, you poor thing.
I'm just a man. No one special. A nobody, really. Come on, guys, back me up here.
He's
Less than nobody.
Absolute zero.
Sister Luna tells them about their war with the Ferals.
Ferals?
Cats, like you and I, brother, but vain and shallow creatures who care about nobody but themselves.
There are people out there like that?
Oh, I love you, cat.
Have stolen the Anubis stone, which holds untold powers to whoever possesses it.
That was the
Wait, why Anubis?
Who's he?
that was the equivalent of shocked Pikachu face the cat just did.
A creature with the head of a cat who embalmed the dead.
Oh my god, no, creators. Anubis is a jackal. Bast is the cat. Oh god, that's gonna bother me to no end.
Yep.
Anyway, they thought it was a precious stone, but we find out that it's actually beetle dung right as Lister licks it for some reason.
Not so precious, then. It is to them.
Anyway, whoever has the stone is destined to lead their people to the promised land. Title drop. And so they do this cute little song and dance in Lister's honor.
Let's take this from the top. My name isn't Cloister, it's Lister.
Lister is about to tell them that he's not a god, but Crichton pulls him aside and tells him it's not a good idea.
Sir, if you tell them the truth, you'll break their hearts and crush their souls.
I feel like there's a happy medium here. Maybe tell them that you're not a god, but that you're still going to be able to help them or something.
If they play along, act like a god.
Act like a god. You've scarcely mastered human.
Oh well, rule of funny. Anyway, they think the Ferals have boarded the ship, so Lister takes them to safety.
This godlark's gone straight to his head.
Rimmer's extension cords is never going to get old. And here they are.
I am the commander of the armies of the Feral Guards, and one goddamn gorgeous pussycat.
Yep, he's a cat, all right. Anyway, he wants the Anubis stone, otherwise he'll have them all killed.
We will present your bloody corpses to our people as a gift.
Apparently, Bath and Candleset often hits the mark too.
Look who is with us. Cloister, the god of our people.
That be I.
I love Lister's god talk.
My sovereignty would dribble through my fingers like fine grains of kitty litter. You must die.
Look, what is it that you guys want?
The Anubis stone.
And we lost it. Didn't we, my followers?
No, we didn't. It is here.
Looks like all cats are dumb.
We will never give up the stone. Never.
Ever.
So Rodon sends his royal aide to get the stone.
Excuse me, sorry. Coming through.
Watch what happens now as they defy the will of our holy Poppadom.
Yeah, I think they expected Lister to do something.
Flush him out of an airlock. Let the cat people witness the consequences of questioning my sovereignty.
And now they're fucked. Not only do they have forks, but they're vegan forks that have an anti-meat force field on them.
Sir, some lettuce, catch!
Not so confident now, are you?
I love this way around it. I wonder if that would have worked.
Okay, I'm dropping the
Oh,
lettuce.
it's funny.
Cat noise. Like I said, that's never gonna get old.
Destroy the Iron Star.
But my Alpha, two of your party are still on board.
Send fish to their mamas. Launch the Meow missiles.
Meow missiles? Oh my god, they actually do meow.
Oh god. I love
What
Rodon.
will we doing, Holy Poppadom?
The poor dumb rebels think that Lister is testing them. Though they do end up getting lucky.
We need to get to Starbuck. We'll use the lift.
But you're not supposed to use lifts at times like this.
No, that's just fires. When you're on disintegrating spaceships, no one minds.
And they just manage to make it back to Starbug before the ship explodes. By the way, this is the same shot from Give and Take where that ship exploded. They just mirrored it and added more flames.
I forgot about that.
That looks cool though. Way to go, FX department. It turns out that the back segment of Starbug is on fire and about to explode, so they jettison the back segment. Something that we haven't seen since the extended version of Tika to Ride back in season 7.
Just one question. How are you proposing to fly what remains of the ship when all the engines are in the bit you've just ejected?
Wow, there's a design flaw.
Get rid of the fiery bit, worry about the flyy bit later.
Tomorrow's another day.
So what's their present flight path?
It's down, sir.
Could you possibly be a bit more specific?
Oh no, fuck.